Hi, I'm here. I'm here. Nobody else is here. I mean, they exist. They exist in the world. I forgot to close the closet. Got people know how we live. Actually, let me angle this back closer to me. There we go. Okay. So, last couple days have been hell. It was hot. We had a heat wave, and our air conditioner broke during that time. Our landlord eventually was able to get the part to fix the thing. Um, yep. So air conditioning's working now. It's nice and cool in here. That's great. Um, Sadly, we also have to do a bunch of like yard maintenance because of fire code enforcement. It's right before 4th of July. We have a bunch of weeds because we had a wet spring, and the dude who would do our yard moved to Wisconsin right before the world stopped working. So that's a whole thing, which is not great. Not a fan there. Um, and then, of course, right now, Mikella is super out of it. Freyr's a little out of it. Sorry, scratch those, reverse those. Freyr's super out of it. Mikella's a little out of it. I am not out of it. I'm a little foggy, I suppose, but that's about it. And hoo boy, there's some drama over the MTG Creator program, which I'm not a part of. I just like doing stuff with magic. But all my friends are part of it. And on a more important note, some people who I don't know are part of it. And they are having a heck of a time because, wouldn't you know it, the people who run it can be jerks. And I shouldn't say that if I ever want to be a part of it, but after seeing what happened to them, I don't. I'd rather not. Because it's not good. The long and the short of it is a couple of the creators there either A, do not super duper covering cosplay, or B, just straight up have an OnlyFans. And so they had their membership revoked. And it's like, why you gotta be like this? Come on. Come on. Ah. Stop right there. Don't you move. Well, I guess I have to stop right here. So anyway, not that I plan on starting an OnlyFans or anything, but just the fact that it's like, oh, we're going to dangle this over you. Yeah. Nah. If I get like a sponsorship, I'd rather it be through like a secondary partner, through like Card Kingdom or something. I don't think Staryu's a water type in this. Clearly not. He's also fire. Okay. Yeah, so Freyr is clearly showing the... Oh, he's not also fire, because that wouldn't have been super effective then. Haha. So yeah, Freyr's not doing well. Mikella's doing moderately better, but eh. Ooh, Fire Blast. Yes. Darn it. Okay, I gotta look up the G1 versions of Fire Punch and Flamethrower. Let's see here. So let's see here. Pokemon Fire Punch. I wrote Fire Pinch. That won't give me the right move. Okay, so... I'm looking at the wiki now. Let's find out the dealie. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Here we go. So we got Fire Punch, and we have Flamethrower. Great. We're going to look at the Smogon lists here real fast. I think it's Fire Blast. Fire Blast should be the third one we look at. We should figure out what direction we want to go here. Alright. So, Fire Punch is 75 power, 100 accuracy, special move. Sure. Flamethrower, 95 power, 100% accuracy. Both have a 10% chance to burn the target. Fire Blast, 120 power with only 85% accuracy. So seeing that, I think Fire Punch is the clear move to get rid of. So no more punching for you, Billy Wisp. I would like things to stop exploding. I would like things to get better. So I have a little bit of good news. My little bit of good news for you is that I had a quiz today. If I do well on the quiz, I get an interview. It'd be for a decent job. It'd be remote. I wouldn't get benefits, but I'd be getting more money than I would have made at the library, and I could just pay for my benefits then, which isn't ideal, but I'll take it. Let's see, who else? I don't want to send out Chives or Lando because they're grass type. Let's use La Llorona. Okay. Yeah, and I don't have to leave the house until this is over, which is ideal. Yeah. Apparently if you talk on Twitter a lot, people will talk to you on Twitter. Weird how that works out. Hurt by the burn, right. Yeah. Just everything is just going. Everything's going. I guess that's where I'm at. Hey, I guess Tentamon wouldn't get hurt by... Oh, yeah, but he's still like a level 16. Shit, why did I send out Tentamon? Not my smartest move, trying to use 2 super potions. There's so much going on. And, like, you want to avoid Twitter, but you know people on Twitter, and you want to say hi to them. Heck, I basically started a flame war on Facebook. Because, you know, sometimes you just have to go to the website that commits treason and also tells you what your parents are doing. God, I hate Facebook. I wish Facebook would just die. And it's like, oh, but how would you know what Grandma's doing? I don't know. She can get an Instagram. All she does... Like, okay, for my Nana, an Instagram is the best replacement. Because all she does is, like, post what her and Grandpa are up to. And, like, with a picture. And chooses to play games. So it's like, just replace it with Instagram and Steam. Give me Steamstagram. That'll do it. Give us a Steamstagram. There's a little spider running behind my computer. You better hide, buddy. Mikella finds you. You ain't gonna make it. I have some family members that are doing that too, Tiny Dog, just sending a lot of what is clearly propaganda, and I'm not a fan. Nobody's a fan of this, and it's like, and I have to explain to her this is not true. I have to explain to her the whole Soros dog whistle. It's like, ugh, kill me now. But anyway, here we are. Yep. And they don't want to... Some people don't want to hear it. One of them I had to unfriend was the woman who used to run the, oh, fuck you. The woman who used to run the anime club when I was in high school has gone full-blown QAnon conspiracy theorist. I said the word, so now I'm getting demonetized, but I don't get monetized anyway, because I only have 600 subs. And then, like, I got a couple of friends who immediately jump in with, like, nah, you got this, who, like, are backing me up on my point. The biggest one was just the gal saying, like, oh, well, you say we should tear down Confederate statues. Well, does this mean that you hate everyone who served our country? No, I didn't say that. I said people who fought against our country deserve to have their statues taken down. How could you misinterpret it that badly? That's dumb. Because there's a huge difference between... Don't you... No. No. Good. Kill him, Chives. They think the Confederacy was American. The Confederacy was traitors. The Union boys went down to the land of traitors, rattlesnakes, and alligators. And I know it's like, I'm certain Red in their pain-induced haze is thinking, how dare you insult alligators that way? Which, fair. Fair. It's clearly not America. That's everyone who got so mad they took their state. They went, I'm taking my state and I'm going home. And, okay, don't get me started on heritage. I like to joke that my family's motto, let me pull it up because I can never say it right. 1 second. Have to make it load. Yeah, I like to joke that my family's crest should have the motto "Nos non loci ad illos" on it, or "We don't talk to them." There's plenty of people in my family who it's like, you're a terrible person, get out. You can come back when you're being good. And some people are like, oh, but how could you turn your back on family? Because family sucks sometimes. Right? There's good parts of family and there's bad parts of family. Like, am I going to say that about my sister? No, she's a good person. Right? I mean, she and I fight sometimes, but that's just being human. We'll disagree. But my sister's fine. I love my sister. Right? Meanwhile, there's a couple cousins in my family who are part of a huge meth trading ring. And one of them, going off of my grandma's stories, took his own brother's face and ground it into the stucco of a store. And it's like, oh, but you can't turn your back on them, they're family. No, that's a manipulation tactic. I don't want to be part of that family. I want to be over with, my Nana, who's gonna, like, tell me funny stories, or my Grandpa Bob, who's making violins. If you look at what people make in the family, that gives you an indicator of how they are half the time. If you have your Nana making cream puffs, it's probably okay. Grandpa making violins, probably okay. Cousin making meth, don't talk to that cousin. That's a bad cousin. Don't talk to them. It's a bad idea. God damn it, Billy. I gave you Fire Blast so you could hit with it. Billy, you drunk. Anyway. Yeah, so... You gotta support the family that loves you back. And it's like, oh, you can't be... you can't pick and choose like that. Yeah, you fully can. Who says you can't? They're trying to sell you something. If they were in my family, they might be trying to sell you meth. Or if it's me, I might try to sell you some very comfortable t-shirts and not delicious t-shirts, which is what I almost said. Yeah, if your family is full of, like, racists and homophobes, like, they need to reevaluate their lives, and you need to call them out on it. And if they're like, oh, well, why did you become such a... I'm not going to say the words they would use. But a bleh lover. It's like, shut up. Get out of here. You don't get to insult my friends that way. You don't get to insult people I love that way. Leave. I hate people like that. And yeah, doing it publicly on Facebook, then blocking them, is 100% the way to go. Okay, I will try to catch other species. Oh, got it. Let's talk to this nice woman here. I can't get around the table. Ah. Oh, that's right. It's random items. I'm not going to get a Master Ball right here. Oh, I got the Master Ball. Master Ball's where it was. Okay, so the Master Ball was still where it was supposed to be, at least. I think important items don't get moved. I think when I set this up 2 or 3 weeks ago, items given to you by NPCs will not move. So the HMs are in the same places, and the Master Ball's in the same place, and the Poke Flute's in the same place. But random items and trade Pokemon are changed. Okay. And I mean, also the plus side of Pokemon that evolve by trading evolve at level 37. That's just that's just helpful. Though I personally think Poliwrath should evolve with a Water Stone. It's just me. Wait, does he? No, he doesn't. He's a trade evolution. Yeah, so some people got shitty family. That's how it is. I don't like them. So you can use the Black family motto of, we don't talk to them. Nos non loqui ad illos. We don't talk to them. They try talking to you, don't talk to them. If it's your aunt who tried to frame your uncle for murder when he was 600 miles away, don't talk to her. If it's your cousin who ground his own cousin's face into a stucco wall, don't talk to them. If it's great-grandpa who did unspeakable things, don't talk to them. It's like, oh, but think of the good things they did. And I understand not judging somebody based on their worst day, but please judge them on repeat offenses. Your cousin who did some meth once, maybe don't judge them too hard. They deserve some love and affection. Why am I going away? I'm gonna go to Celadon. We're gonna go beat up the Celadon gym. There's a difference between a mistake and a pattern. I have called people bad things in the past, and I regret it. Okay, no walking around these guys then. Alright, I gotta fight the fighting dojo dudes. But somebody who has constant shitty behavior, you do not need to, like, justify your connection to them. At all. But yeah, so... And there's a lot of bad stuff going on Twitter. Block liberally. That's my advice on Twitter. Block liberally. If you have somebody who... You can have people you disagree with. But if they're going to be mean about it, nah, block them. Shit, Geodude's Ice type. Whoops. Alright, Billy, it's up to you. Ow. Don't body slam my fiery ghosty boy. Yeah, social media was a mistake. There used to be a time when you could do neat stuff on the internet, and social media absorbed all of it. Facebook absorbed all of it. Facebook needs to die in a fire. Maybe throw Zuckerberg in there too while you're at it. Nah, he deserves other chances to rot in a gulag. No, I'm being very bitter. I'm being very mean. But Facebook did a lot of bad shit. Facebook basically destroyed every comedy website. And I can't abide by that. Because there are very good entertainers who lost their livelihood because of it. And I'm not a fan of that. Let's focus on some positives, though. I got my hands on 2 out of the 3 board games I ordered. I'm saying board game as a catch-all for tabletop games. Because when I hear tabletop game, my brain goes to RPGs. And when I say board game, my brain goes to thing I put on the table and play like Monopoly. These are not like Monopoly. So, here's what we got. We got 1, Runes and Regulations, which is a very cute game about being wizards and dragons who live in a magical suburban cul-de-sac with an HOA, and you have to lure magical creatures onto your lawn because you're not allowed to have pets. And the first person to 5 magical critters wins. And all 3 of these games, I got an expansion with them at the same price. So, like, I got the expansion free, which was great. So, for Runes and Regulations, I have the Nefarious Neighbor expansion. So you have one person who's evil if you play Nefarious Neighbor. And the way they win, and this is sad, is by sacrificing all the animals to their Dark Lord. But you can play without the expansion, and then you're just playing with adorable animals. Then I got Exiled Legends, which looks like that's going to be a lot more fun. You play like these locked away gods of different elements, and you have to fight each other. It's a last man standing kind of a deal. And with your last man standing kind of a deal there, you have all these different elements. I got the expansion that adds the air and the earth god to the list. So you have like a fire god, a darkness god, a lightning god, a mystery god, and like they flip over when you unbreak them, or when you break them out. So like you have the earth gods all like a big muscular dude chained up to the rocks, and then when you break him out, you can flip him over and he's like rushing you. Or the darkness god like looks like this nice lady when you first play her, and then you flip her over, she turns into like a Cthulhuoid monster, which is really neat, because sometimes you want a more aggressive game. Meanwhile, the other big game that I nabbed, which is still on its way, but it should be here in the next couple days, I hope, is Smash Up, classic game Smash Up, where you take 2 factions and combine them into your deck. So it's not a deck building game. It's a resource, not resource management, resource acquisition game. In that you're all trying to take over these different lands. Woof. Trying to take over these different lands, and you have your different factions, and like the main game. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna look up the list here for Smash Up, because I know which expansion I got, but I want to make sure I have the factions correct. There's a Smash Up wiki. Hello. That's helpful. Okay, I have a fun story about Pokemon Black Belt. Somebody remind me of that later. But before I do that, let's freeze heal. Do I have a freeze heal? No. I don't want to walk all the way back to the Pokemon Center. Sorry, Chives. Okay, so Smash Up. Designed by Paul Peterson. It's a shuffle building game, so it's not deck building. It's shuffle building. Okay. So I got the core set, which comes with these factions: aliens, dinosaurs, ninjas, pirates, robots, tricksters, wizards, and zombies. Tricksters is kind of a weird one, but they're like, like looking at this, the tricksters, they're the Fae, so it's a Fae faction. But then the other one I got, which looks like a lot of fun. Now I do want to get Munchkin because that gives you the fantasy class ones. So looking forward to that. Is Cease and Desist. So I got the Cease and Desist, and that gives you the Astronauts, the Changer Bots, the Ignobles, and the Star Roamers. So that one gives you Transformers, Star Wars, Star Trek, and Game of Thrones. But not those, because that's copyright infringement. So that's fun. Yes, I will. I'm going to switch to Peanut. Switch to Lando. God, I love old school Porygon. He's such a derpy looking duck thing. There we go. There we are. So yeah, so I got a bunch of board games coming. I want to play those on stream with Freyr and Mikella. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Speaking of Smash Up, there's a Magic product coming out that I'm kind of like, I'm picking up right now. Grunt, I am the karate master. I am the leader here. You wish to challenge us, expect no mercy. Fwa. Alright. I had a feeling this was coming. It's another black belt. Sure. But yeah, so, Smash Up was made by a guy who used to design for Magic. Magic then made a new game, or a new version of itself called Jumpstart, which is coming out this month. That I very much want to get my hands on. That looks like it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of stuff Magic's doing right now, I am not feeling super hyped about spending money on them. I love it. I love the game. It's one of the best made games in the world. In my opinion, it's the second best game. But there's also a level of, what am I willing to put up with from a company? You know? So that's kind of where I'm at overall. It's not great, but it is what it is. Yeah. It's like, I want to support this beginner-friendly product. And I've been super psyched for it. And, like, they started to do some of the things that I needed them to do as a company for me to start wanting to support them again. And then the new thing today is just like, come on. Come on. And here's why. Here's why. So, not only is Wizards of the Coast coming after its content creators in the content creator program that have made adult content, but they also, what do we got? We have a Star U. So Star U is Hitmonlee now. Or Slowbro. As much as I like Slowbro, I'm taking the Star U. I'm going to name him Tom for Star Boy. Anyway, they started to do the stuff I wanted them to do to fix this problem, and it just turned into a lot of why... Okay. So they're going after people who make adult content, and that's, I guess, fine by itself, but it's the hypocrisy knowing that there is a book of nothing but erotic art available in the DMs Guild that they just make money off of. And it's like, oh, but it's a third-party book. They still make 20% of that. It's like, come on, don't be like that. And then, like, there's... You have these gals who are running their OnlyFans, and they are just super kind, super friendly, better at running social media than people who are paid for it professionally, and who are also just astonishing cosplayers. And of course, since I'm jumping the defense, that makes me a total simp, right? But then you get, like, some asshole who yells out the N-word in a heated gamer moment. And it's like, no, that's not something you yell when you're mad. That's something you yell when you're racist. Yelling out, like, fuck or shit when you're mad makes sense. Right? That's not something that just happens. Alright, I guess we're gonna do the up-down game. I'm just gonna go up and down. One of these paths has to eventually lead to Sabrina. Like, statistically, that's not how this works. Ha! It does. Nice. Do I fight her and just completely ignore everyone? Or do I go back and fight everyone? Fighting everyone gives me more experience. But just fighting Sabrina gives me the damn badge. So do I just fight Sabrina right now? That's the big question. Alright, so I see one vote for fight Sabrina. What else do we got? And, like, while we're talking here, while we wait, like, I feel extra mad about this with the whole... One, you got people who are bigger than me getting shot down for things that shouldn't matter, especially when they're not using the company's stuff to advertise their adult stuff. You got people who are being racist or homophobic or whatever. Somebody who's yelling slurs instead of swears. Somebody who is disparaging their community. And then it also hurts because, like, what are we doing here? We're just playing Pokemon. Like, I've never done stuff like that. If I do stuff like that, I expect you guys to call me out on it. Alright, I'm seeing everyone in chat saying fight Sabrina. I guess we fight Sabrina. Alright, we fight Sabrina and she's gonna kick her ass. Why does she have a whip? She's not a psychic, she's just a dominatrix. Wilhelmina, you do not need to share that if you do not want to. I fully understand. No, Dom's totally spelt with a B, chat. Don't worry about it. I agree with you. You clearly can type. You're typing into the chat. So I don't want to hear that excuse there. Crab hammer. How does a horse have crab hammer? It just has a hammer that it uses on crabs. Well, now we all... For answering, I just press random keys and get lucky. We all have get lucky stuck on our heads now. Because we know that we're all up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. Let's see here. Let's switch out you to Lando. Lando, sleepy time. No! Don't freeze my buggy boy. No. An ice-type Sand Slash? That's ridiculous. There we go. Good job leveling up, Lando. So, is she a water gem? Did Sabrina become the water gem? But she has a water fire and a water ice, so I'm still screwed. If you're the luckiest person, go buy me some lottery tickets. Or just, like, post a link to the channel and let, like, thousands of people come watch. Oh, so I've been playing other stuff in my spare time. Like, on the side there. What the shit? Anyway, I've been playing some other games. I beat Superland, which took way too long. Sabrina used Super Potion. How dare. Anyway. I know there's some people who can GIF. Might as well ask them for help. I refuse to call it a GIF. I will call it a GIF with an X, which is really a key from Greek. Totally do that one. Anyway, the Superland. Superland was really good. I'm glad I played that. It's a little portally. There's too much combat, in my opinion, for what it is. Because they were going for a Metroidvania, and really what they made was a wonderful puzzle platformer. And that's what they should have kept it as. Why does the Lapras know Fire Punch? No, my buggy boy. No. No. Right, why did I throw another grass type out? That wasn't smart. So I think the general rule of thumb should be, when in doubt, use Peanut. Also, it's very unfair that the AI in Pokemon automatically knows every typing. And we don't. We have to find them out. This isn't like it's real Pokemon. I can't go buy a Prima guide. Hey, Peanut, fly. Peanut, don't die. Don't die? Damn it. Alright, Tentamon, you have one job. Live long enough for me to revive Peanut. Good job. Haha. Fuck you. Bloop. Peanut, you have one job. It's live. Live, Peanut. Good job. Good job on living. Somebody's getting extra birdseed today. We beat Sabrina and lost out on all of the experience we would get in here. Do 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 do. I earned the Marsh badge, which made no sense to me. Why does Psychic give Marsh? Hold up. Might as well use up all the revives. I'll just buy more. Okay, we got Swift. Neat. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, go back. Let's figure out how to get out of here. Nope. There we go. Alright, now I guess let's go to Celadon and get that badge. I think Sabrina's badge is supposed to be harder. We kind of just destroyed her. Right, we're gonna find out Celadon's like all level 80 or some shit. Yeah, you know what? Getting 2 badges today is not a bad deal overall. So I'll take it. Tentamon's job is not to live. Tentamon's job is to just basically hold all of the HMs. We have a 5-man Pokemon team and a guy who lives in a van. There are times when I get super bored, I will just hum the Celadon City theme. Nope. That's right, this has the creepy old man. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I will switch Tentamon to first. And in all of these fights, I will then switch from Tentamon to Billy. You're not allowed in here. Why? Why would an entire branch of the government be a no boys allowed club? Feminism strives for equality, Erika. How dare you? Okay. Good job, Billy. Tentamon gets experience. Billy gets experience. Billy grows in level. Okay. I will be honest, I am kind of tired. Part of it is we had to do all the yard work this morning, and oh boy. That takes it out of you. When it's like 93, 94 out already, in the sun, on a high UV day, and you just have to, like, rake up so much dry underbrush. It gets ridiculous. Oh, good. Tentamon leveled up. It's just super hot. And, like, yard work's already kind of hard. Because everything's kind of at that weird position where the weed whacker won't get it. We don't have an actual lawn. We have dirt. Now, what I want to do, here's my big plan. If I either A, get this job, or B, you guys spread this around enough that I suddenly become super successful, hint, hint, throw them bits, etc. What I would like to do is we would like to buy out this house from our landlord. That'd be great. From there, just throw the bits in a bucket. Just treat me like a busker. We would like to buy this place out from the landlord. And from there, we have some ideas, one of which is covering the whole backyard in bark, putting in a couple small planters, get some pets. Personally, I want an above-ground pool. Not a big one, but I was at my fittest when I swam every day. And we're in the kind of weather where you can swim kind of climate, where you can swim 9 months out of the year. So why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I get up, jump in the pool, swim around, do a bunch of laps, and get fit again? I want to be back down to, like, 220 and, like, having defined muscles. Now, I've never had a six-pack. That six-pack was more my sister's area, and she always felt like she wasn't doing well enough because it wasn't an 8-pack. It's like, Michelle, calm down, Jesus. But I still have pretty well-defined legs, but I've always had... back when I swam, I had well-defined arms and chest as well, which I miss. I also miss being able to bench more than 40 pounds at a time. That was pretty cool. I miss being able to... one thing I want to be able to do is I also want to get a gym membership once everything reopens, but that's harder to pull off. So, like, a pool is nice. It's just yours. You never need to worry about it. But I would also like to get a gym membership again, and then I would like to go to the gym and see if I can still do a 280 leg press, because that always was neat. I always liked knowing that... Well, it makes sense, because I weighed 280 when I could do that. But just that I could just do leg presses like that. I like seeing all them weights go up and down on the leg press machine. What else have I been playing? So I played Superland. Superland's a lot of fun. You play as a little toy dude who lives in a sandbox. And it's like, oh, it's a sandbox game. They mean it literally. You live in a child's sandbox. Very fun. There's DLC coming out. It's going to be more puzzly. Very excited. I played a game called Wish, which is like a Chinese... If you combined Honey Pop and Fate Stay Zero, so it's like a match 3 puzzle game dating sim, but like serious, not tongue-in-cheek, which is fine. It was $1. I got my hands on Hard Space Shipbreaker, which, oh boy, not what I was expecting in the opening monologue. The idea there is that it's the future. You're a ship salvager. You have to tear ships apart, put them into the right salvages. It took me a while to figure out what salvages went to what parts. So it's like, okay, this is neat. I like this. I still have not figured out the theme of this gym. Because it's not grass anymore. Okay. Oh, are there girls over here I can fight too? Yes. Neat. Yeah, so it's like you get to crack ships apart and tear them apart and throw them into different salvaging bins. The entire thing is pointing out how corrupt late-stage capitalism is and how dangerous company towns are when they expand past the range of a town. Even though we all know a company town is already super hard, that's what the song 16 Tons is about. It's like, oh boy, I was not expecting another lecture on communist teachings here, but here we are. But also, there's something to be said about the fact that capitalism is failing a lot of people right now. It's just that the people in power aren't being failed by it, unlike Soviet-style communism. I'm going to be very clear on that. Soviet-style fails the people on top very quickly as well. Capitalism tends not to fail the people on top. So the people on top get to tell everyone on the bottom that it totally works. Is there a better system? Fuck if I know. I want what Star Trek has. That looks neat. Or the book Down and Out in the Magic Kingdom. Though I think Star Trek's system is better. Because they don't have a clout system to run instead of money. Which, oh boy, that book got weird. Let's switch to Peanut this time. Anyway, neat game. Very happy with Shipbreaker. Shipbreaker and Superland, though, small problem with them. They are graphically intense enough, I can't stream them. Even my new graphics card struggles when I'm not streaming, which is very, very frustrating. I'm certain there's a workaround without my laptop. My laptop's not working anymore. I can't use my old workaround, which was plug it in via the laptop. There are 4 fucking women in there. What the shit? Okay. I am not the Peeping Tom. The Peeping Tom is the old Yoda-looking asshole outside. Jesus. Okay. But yeah, so I got all those. I got a bunch of Stellaris DLC, some of which came from Steph. So thank you, Steph. Excuse you, I believe the term you're looking for. I'm not a Peeping Tom. I look with consent. That's called being a voyeur. Thank you. But yeah, so thanks to Steph, I have my hands on some of the Stellaris DLC, and then the other Stellaris DLC went on sale, so I bought the rest of it. So I might do Stellaris? We never finished that Civ 6 game, but I mean, if you're coming here expecting me to finish games, you're in for a bad time. I do plan on finishing Pokemon, though. That is 100% on my docket to finish this up. I not only do I want to finish Blue, I want to do Gold, and I want to do Sapphire, and I want to do Pearl, and I want to do Black or White, and then Black or White too, whichever one. I think I'm going to do Black, and then I'm going to do White too. Sadly, I can't randomize anything past that, so if you're here for Pokemon X, Pokemon Y, or Sun and Moon, or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or Sword and Shield, or what we're all waiting for, Pokemon Gun. That's not going to happen. But there will be various good games coming out. It's going to be... sorry, we're going to get through all Pokemon. All the way through Gen 5. That's the plan. Other games on the side, though, like, will we do all of Little Dragon's Cafe? If Mikella's up for it, yeah. Will we do all of House Flipper? There is no all of House Flipper. House Flipper is... it goes on forever, basically. I will do more House Flipper. I totally plan on doing a House Flipper stream tomorrow. And we do plan on doing Abduction tomorrow as well. But we'll see how that goes, because the problem with Abduction is your brain has to be in a certain place. And we didn't think that out when we started it, because we thought, oh, we played Abduction in 25 hours. There was a creepy... Oh, that's a seasonal event. They only have that house on Halloween. No, I don't need Nightshade. Yes, Tentamon doesn't get Nightshade. We have La Llorona for that. But when Halloween comes around, we will gladly do that. That'd be great. And, what was the other one? Like, we might do Viscera Cleanup Detail one day. That'd be fun. Like, there are fun games out there. Alright, Tentamon, cut it for us. Items. Super Potion. Billy. Great. We might do some... I've been saying so many fake fucking game names. I almost said Coked Up Mama. Cooking Mama. We will do Cooking Mama. I'm not playing a game called Coked Up Mama. Brain, what the hell? No. I want to do Trauma Center. I want to do... There's some games that I really would love to do on stream, but because of Twitch's terms and conditions, I can't. But that's fine. I just won't do those. And there's some games that, like, I don't want to stream. I have some games in my collection I'm like, I'm never going to stream this. I want to do more tabletop games. I want to do D&D streams again eventually, but there's some logistical issues on that. But, like, I would love to. But, again, logistics. And right when we thought we were going to have something set up for it, a lot of my bad luck kept kicking in, and then other people's bad luck started kicking in, and now that seems to be off the table. If you do like Magic design stuff, I was on last week's Beacon of Creation talking about Jumpstart. Jumpstart's... I'm still excited for Jumpstart, but I don't want to support Wizards over it. But on the other hand, it's like one of the main money makers for game stores. So if I do support it, I'm not going to buy it through Amazon. I think that's where my mind is any boxes I do buy, I'm going to make certain I buy them from a game store, not from Amazon. If I'm buying it online, the only place I'll buy it online is... that's not true. I will buy them through TCG Player or Card Kingdom, because both of those Card Kingdom supports its own small ecosystem of game stores, and TCG Player supports a lot of game stores. And also, if you think it's bad having to schedule for normal D&D, scheduling for a D&D podcast, my goodness, that is so much more difficult. Most of the D&D podcasts out there, that's their job. So that's just people scheduling going to work. And, like, I want to do it, but that requires us to be at a level we're not at right now. That said, games like, Not games like fuck. Games like, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Temple of Elemental Evil, Neverwinter, the MMO, D&D Online, every D&D computer game, I own all of them. Every single one. There is not one I do not own, and I own one of the two Pathfinder games because nobody does Pathfinder Online anymore. And you can bet your ass when Baldur's Gate 3 and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous come out, I'm buying them too. Because you need something to scratch that itch sometimes. I'll totally play those. I will do those on stream. I could do those for hours and hours. I will mod the hell out of them, and I might cheat because I'm used to being the DM. And the DM is God, and the DM can make anything happen. And I think a lot... And this is going to be me sounding whiny. I think a lot of the D&D computer games are made in such a way that they are... They're made in such a way that they're expecting it to be an evil DM. Ah, fuck, we're poisoned. 2 can play the status effect game, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna run a small risk here. Good. Still asleep. Solar beam his ass. Yeah, so you have all these... a lot of these games are built with the killer DM in mind, which I don't agree with. I've never been a killer DM. I feel bad when I kill a player, because killing a player means they can't have fun anymore. And that's not what I want. I don't want my friends to not be able to play. I want my friends to be able to play. Now, does that mean I'm taking away every single challenge from them? No. It's also not fun. Who wants to play a game where you just are handed everything? That's Minecraft creative mode. That's not a game, that's a toy. And toys are fun. But, like, I don't look at, say, my Thunderbirds figurines back there, which are behind a chair right now, so that was a bad example. My Gamer Driver, my Transformers, whatever. I don't look at those and call them games. They're toys. They're collectibles. They're toys. They are my god-dang toys. Don't you make fun of them for that. But they're a different type of fun. And having a D&D game where people can do anything is like that. I personally think, and this is going to be on a D&D video eventually, that D&D needs to have consequences for your characters, but that consequence can't always be death. Death is an easy consequence to understand. You fought the Drow and tried to get the artifact and you failed, and now the Drow end the world and everyone dies. That's easy to understand, but it also feels cheap, you know? If it was the Drow got the artifact and they shove you down the cliff and you fall to the bottom of a chasm and land in a mushroom cavern that they didn't know was there, and you lose, like, all of your weapons and you have to start basically from scratch. Yeah, that's a consequence. That's even bigger, but now you can keep that character. You can keep playing. Does that mean there's no stakes? No, you just lost your magic sword. You lost the artifact. The Drow have the upper hand on you. And Tiny Dog, I feel bad because you were supposed to be in an online game with me and I dropped the ball on that. I do want to reset that. I want to re-evaluate that and make that work again. But we will make something like that work. Don't you worry. This bitch falling asleep. She's high. She is high as hell. Alright. Also, hello, AM2357. Glad you agree with me. There will be more D&D opinions on the YouTube channel, which should have the link in the doobly-doo. If not, I have to go beat up past me. I don't know where he is now. But yeah, so there is... This is my back scratcher / light turner offer and honor. Sometimes you don't want to get up. Anyway, yeah, you know what? Oh! Darn it, this just reminded me. Hold up. There is... Hayakagaki, I owe a card evaluation to. I do not know... They haven't shown up. But when they do come back, I forgot to give them a card evaluation last stream because I didn't have my alerts notifications turned on, and I completely missed it. So I owe them a card evaluation when they come back. Anyway. Yeah, so D&D stuff. DMs. Your job as a DM is not to kill the players. A lot of people misunderstand this because it's you against them, and that's true. But it's you against them in the same way as, like, an adults versus kids softball game is. It's not your job to just completely murder the children. Anakin, it is your job to make sure the kids have a good time, right? And that's important. You need to make sure that the kids are having a fun time playing softball. Well, the same thing. When you're DMing, especially when you have newer players, you need to make sure that they're having fun. Holy shit, Tiny Tiny Dog putting in 5 gift subs to AM2357, to Seaberry Plays, to the Master Crook, to Archcon, and to Mau Mau. Wow. Okay, and we got 2 new emotes out of this. We got the Pride Rise and Pride Love emotes a day late, but hey, Pride doesn't have to end just because every other corporation said it did. That'd be dumb. Ooh, those alerts are still going off. So nice. Woo. Very, very kind of you there, Tiny Tiny Dog. Thank you so much. So generous of you. Let's put out chives. Yeah, when you're DMing, your job is to help players have fun. I forgot Starmie's a poison type in this game. Alright. Let's go for Billy instead. Billy, don't die. Billy, don't die. Billy, don't die. Billy, don't die. Billy, light him up. Good job. Yeah. So, a couple of things you can do for that. One, pull your punches. There's been plenty of times that I've had like 5, 6, 7, 8 crits on the board. And well, now that you're back, thank you again for those 5 new subs. Super impressive. Thank you so much. That's going to start this month off real good. Yeah, so you want to make sure that your new players are being eased into it. Now, again, there are still stakes. You cannot take the stakes away. You just have to change the stakes. You need to make sure, for example, that if I have a player who is playing for the first time, let's say they're playing a rogue, and they try to break into lockpick. They try to lockpick a door, and they completely fail. Some people will go like, "Oh, the door smacks you in the face, and you take a bajillion points of door damage." It's like, no, fuck that. That's dumb. Their rogue's tools break, and they can't use them anymore, and so now they're at disadvantage when trying to unlock doors the rest of the game. Bam. There was your risk. Or, the guards on the other side clearly heard you, and now they bust in, and now you have a bigger fight, and they call for backup. And so what was going to be 3 guys you could sneak up on are now going to be 7 guys who know you're here. And now everyone's like, ah, dang it, rogue. But that's better than your rogue just dying. I agree, you should totally still use your little fairy dude. I know Mikella is 100% down to play. Alright, so. And actually, I got into a Twitter conversation about this today, so this is totally good content to bring up. I still love Magic. I still think it's the second best game in the world. Best game in the world is Dungeons & Dragons. And I love the Dungeons & Dragons plane shift articles. I should make room for this. Alright, fine. And those plane shift articles. Is anyone poisoned? Yes, Peanut. Full of poison you are. Dumb bird, I love you. Okay, so this was a poison gym, is what I got out of that. This was Koga's gym this time. We've had 2 poison gyms. That's weird. What am I doing? Oh, okay, fine. Anyway, so we were doing a... Magic the Gathering has its own setting. The setting of Magic the Gathering, clearly. Right? They gave that a set of articles on the Wizard's Mothership page called Plane Shift. And I loved the idea, so I went, well, I'm going to make a full-blown Magic the Gathering campaign, and I made rules for a bunch of planes that didn't have rules. I'm still working on Kamigawa, sorry, Kamigawa fans, and I kind of got, I'm not going to say drafted, I volunteered to make Eldraine its own little article like that, and that's going to take me a bit, but hey, it's a fun project, and I can add it to a portfolio. But part of what we had was we had these Magic the Gathering inspired D&D characters. I'm of course DMing, so I don't get one. But I decided I'm going to play the Gatewatch. And like, this is them. Hello, Tootsie the Cat in chat. That's fun. I figured we're going to play with all these neat Planeswalker characters that they know from the cards, who can show up and help them in their new lives as Planeswalkers. So I went with that, and I went, okay, that's a neat idea. Let's do the thing. And let's see here, what did everyone play? So Freyr had 2 Kenra, which are jackal dudes, from Amonkhet, the ancient Egyptian-inspired plane that was destroyed by Nicol Bolas, because we're doing all of this post-War of the Spark. And so these Kenra boys, they're brothers. One is a paladin of Hazaret, the other one is a cleric of Hazaret. Hazaret being the goddess of the Kenra, so that made sense. Kind of a white-red and a pure red character, and which one's which might surprise you. Because red's typically considered the chaos color. And both of those aren't exactly normal for clerics, but most people still hear paladin and associate with lawful good. And in this case, we have a chaotic neutral paladin and a neutral good cleric, essentially. And they're very, very fun characters. Nikosi and Menefer. Mikella, who I moved out of frame because she kind of leaned into the frame. She doesn't want to be on camera right now. Mikella was playing a Myrmidonian, so I had to make Mirrodin rules because Mirrodin didn't get its own article. Myrmidonian Vidalcan, so I had to make rules for the Vidalcan of Mirrodin because the Vidalcan of Kylum, I don't think Kylum actually has Vidalcan, that's a terrible example, but they're Vidalcan on many planes. If a new plane had Vidalcan, they might be similar to the ones on Kaladesh or the ones on Ravnica, and we have rules for those. But the ones from Mirrodin didn't have rules, so I had to make Mirrodin rules. And part of that is they have 4 arms, and they're frail. So I had to make rules for a 4-armed, frail race. So I drew inspiration from one of my favorite 3rd edition races, the Diopsids, who are these huge bug dudes, who are different from Thri-kreen. Thri-kreens are mantises, Diopsids are beetles. But also made them like flavored so that the Mystic worked as a class, because I included the Mystic class. I found an updated homebrewed version of the Mystic, because the psionics are Majam, and they make sense with the Vidalcan from Mirrodin. So we have those, and she's a Vidalcan mystic who went mildly insane because of the Phyrexian invasions. That's really fun. For those in chat asking if they can get in on this, I'm going to say no. However, any articles I end up putting together, I have to figure out the legalese way of putting some of these race articles together. Any of them I do put together, I will be putting up on my Twitter with links to the PDF. And then you just have to convince your DM to let you play one. And if you don't have a DM, I'm making a whole YouTube series on my YouTube channel. Not the Alch Plays Games YouTube channel where we post the VODs from this, but the Alchemyprime YouTube channel, which, again, link should be in the doobly-doo. If it's not, I have to go beat it past me. If you're watching this on YouTube in the future, the links are over to the side. The idea there being that these are going to be videos to help you play D&D even if you don't know what you're doing. I don't want to fight anybody right now. Yep, I fought somebody. Darn it. Okay. But yeah, so I'm going to have stuff on my YouTube channel about homebrewing your own items, DMing when you have nobody else to DM, because, like, everyone should be able to play D&D. Everyone should be able to have fun. Everyone should be able to enjoy themselves. Yay! I learned how to break. I think no matter what, I gotta fight this guy. Nope. Okay. Neat. Don't throw the game, throw Pokeballs instead. Yeah! That's just good sportsmanship. I just want to get to Fuchsia City. Just please let me get to Fuchsia City. Please play your fairy dude. And in fact, Tiny Dog, I would like to talk to you about a couple of possibilities in the future, if that's cool, after we're done with the stream, which I think will be here in a bit, actually, because I just wanted to get to Fuchsia City. Hey, look, everything's fuchsia. Hooray. This is the weird poison town, but it's not poison because we randomized everything. Not a bad number of viewers. I think we're hitting 8 at some point, so woo, good for us. I mean, the Rona's coming back for Wave 2, which, if you look at the chart, is just Wave 1, Part 5. But yeah, so we still have this to deal with. It's fine. But there are some things on my docket that I've been wanting to figure out. And I think I just had an idea. But yes, we are going to be doing more D&D videos. I'm recording another one tomorrow, because we were going to record one last Thursday, but the air conditioner died. So there's that. And part of that is, like I said, follow me on Twitter. I'm going to have more D&D stuff over there. You're following me here already. Great job. Make sure you hit that little heart on Twitch. Tiny Dog's ahead of the curve there. And then, of course, make sure that you watch here for other sorts of games, because I get bored doing one sort of game. We don't just play Pokemon. We play puzzle games. We play life sims. We do a lot of fun things. And we're going to have tabletop games this Friday, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do Saturday. Currently, one of the ideas is Marvel Ultimate Alliance, so we can play Captain America. That'd be fun, because Saturday is the 4th of July, which for America is very important. Also, Happy Canada Day to our Canadian friendos. Yes, if you are subbed and or following, thank you for joining the Alchemist army. I'm Alchemyprime. We are thinking, yeah, I have D&D things in the works. We try to stream every day at 3 and 7, except for Saturdays, where 7's still there, but the 3 o'clock stream's a little bit more up in the air. There might be a bonus stream here or there. We're playing it by ear. But yeah, we have a schedule. We're trying to stick to the schedule. We didn't last week because with the air conditioner dead, the streaming office would reach 97 degrees with the computer on minimum, and that was miserable. But the air conditioner's fixed, so we're back. Everything's great. I'm very tired, and I still need to bake cookies tonight. Oof. Okay, but yes, so thank you all for joining. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Tiny Dog. They're going to be chocolate chip walnut, because we have so many walnuts to get through. Hoo boy. Right, 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock. That's when we're live. If you miss them, VODs come up on 10 o'clock, a couple days later on YouTube. And we will catch you all later. And then, of course, if you want to add some stuff to the show, feel free to send requests while we are streaming, and feel free to ask D&D, D&D questions were one of the requests, but feel free to shoot me an @ over on Twitter, and we'll get to you. Anyway, we'll catch you later.